Tia Porter, and this is our Erie. On today's episode, we're celebrating some beautiful people and places right here in our community. So stick around because all that and more is happening right now on our Erie.
At Bella's Blooms, it's not just about the flowers. It's about connection, creativity, and community. What started as a dream has blossomed into a space where people can slow down and experience something truly unique.
We opened in 2022, so this will be our 5th season. And what we have to offer is a wide range of things. So we offer this location, which is our studio, self-serve. You can come in during open hours, pick out a bouquet, pay here, and just completely self-serve.
From a casual stop-in to something more personalized, Bella's Blooms offers different options for every occasion.
We also do custom orders, whether that's a one-off bouquet for a birthday or an anniversary, or a bigger event. So we do lots of parties, showers, and we do a lot of weddings.
It's truly become a place for life's biggest celebrations.
So weddings started just a few years ago. We dipped our toe in with a couple of friends' weddings, and I found that I really enjoy it and love it. It's a really creative process, and it's a time for that couple that's, one of the most exciting times in their life. So on our website, which is just bellasblooms.com, there is a weddings page that explains a lot of what's available. But really we have kind of 2 paths you can go. Our full service weddings, we will do design consults, probably come out, install things, maybe even come up afterwards, and clean up. A la carte weddings, maybe you don't need any of that. You can pick it up here. You're having a small courthouse wedding and you just need a bouquet and a boutonniere. So we kind of offer those 2 separate paths. We also have a calendar on there that shows our availability, and there's a form you can fill out with some basic information so that we can start the consult process.
And for those who want fresh flowers all season long, there's a way to make it a part of your routine.
We also offer a CSA. So that's a subscription-based model where you would get a bouquet either every other week or once a month throughout our season. And we have some partner locations you could pick those up at. We do offer delivery, or you can pick those up here.
But what really sets Bella's Blooms apart is what's behind each stem.
What I didn't know before I started this is that somewhere north of 75 to 80% of the flowers sold in the United States are actually not grown here.
Choosing local flowers means discovering something entirely different.
There's a totally different range of flowers that are available when you embrace local seasonal blooms that you just probably don't find in your average grocery store bouquet.
And that difference is something you can see and smell the moment you walk in. Supporting Bella's Blooms also means supporting something bigger.
When you support local, there's a lot of studies about where that money goes. So, that money goes right back into the community. When you support us, we're trying to support other local businesses, and, that builds our community and keeps it strong.
And for Kelly, that support is personal.
I've just really been fortunate to feel like this isn't just me. I'm not just here on an island trying to do this, and it's already a struggle. Farming is not an easy thing to do, so having the support of the community means everything.
And now, Bella's Blooms is getting ready to welcome even more of the community in.
Our grand opening is Mother's Day weekend, and so you'll be able to come here Saturday and Sunday that weekend, 9 a.m. We'll close at 7 p.m. on Saturday and 3 p.m. on Sunday. Then every weekend after that, you can catch us Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We extended our hours some this year due to demand, so same thing, 9 o'clock every morning, 7 p.m. every night except Sunday. That'll be a 3 p.m.
And no matter why you're stopping in, the experience is meant to feel special.
So, take your time, come in, enjoy the space. We've really tried to create something that feels farm but luxury at the same time. So take your time and browse. You can look at all of the different arrangements and pick out the one that you like best.
And right now, spring is putting on a show.
So tulips are our big spring crop. We planted about 7,500 tulips this year, so We've been spending many hours in the field harvesting those and getting those ready. They're specialty tulips. They're a totally different vibe than what you tend to see, again, maybe in just a small grocery store bunch. Really exciting color combinations. Right now the lilac is blooming, so of course the fragrance of that is great. These are some fancy, these are actually daffodils, so they come in other shapes and sizes other than the standard yellow.
And behind the scenes, there's even more care that goes into keeping those blooms at their very best.
What is in here right now, our spring crops, are things that maybe aren't hardy enough to really winter outside, but their bloom time, they don't like it hot. So in Erie, it's hard. So this is ranunculus. That's the majority of what we have in here right now. So this entire bed, part of this bed, and most of the bed over here are all ranunculus. Once it's consistently over 70 and the nights are, staying above 50, 60, it doesn't want to keep blooming. And so, but it needs enough heat to grow and get enough foliage to produce blooms. And the way that our winter, spring, and summer go, that doesn't happen naturally, so they need that protection in order to be able to bloom for more than a day.
At Bella's Blooms, every detail from seed to stem is handled with intention, creating not just beautiful bouquets, but a truly local experience.
When you need a thoughtful gift, a pick-me-up, or just want to give someone else a smile, stop by Bella's Blooms to get something grown locally and with love.
Visit Bella's Blooms at 5801 Old Zook Road in Erie, PA today.
Dave Holman Chevrolet and the all-new Chevy Silverado. We made it to Hurry Hill Maple Farm and Museum. Let's check it out.
A scenic drive through the countryside leads to a place where tradition and storytelling come together.
After a lovely drive in the country, you'll get to a really warm and welcoming building where we always have usually the owner of the farm and a couple of volunteers here to greet you. Depending on when you come, we may also have rides to the sugar house and some other activities outside. That's very weather dependent for us.
From the moment you arrive, the experience is designed to be welcoming.
When you do get here, you're going to learn a lot more about making maple syrup products, 100% pure Pennsylvania maple syrup products, than you've probably ever known in the past, unless you're a sugar maker yourself. And we try to have exhibits that both inform and educate and possibly even inspire you to do that yourself. What it takes to make this 1 gallon of Pennsylvania maple syrup. And we talk about it taking 4 maple trees that are at least 40 years old, growing in the sugar bush to yield enough sap in 4 to 6 weeks to produce, again, just this 1 gallon of syrup. And then it takes 40 gallons of sap, which we represent with this big pyramid of buckets here, boiled down in the evaporator and concentrated to make the syrup.
And while you're learning the process, you're also stepping into a story.
Hurry Hill Farm produces maple syrup, and we also preserve and interpret the maple season and the book Miracles on Maple Hill by Virginia Sorensen.
And that story doesn't just stay on the page, it becomes part of the experience here.
I encourage people to read the book Miracles on Maple Hill before they come to the museum because it enhances your visit.
They read that, they become familiar with the characters that we have photographs of some of the illustrations in the book that we have enlarged. Some of the artifacts that are mentioned in the book are actually here on display. So that's really a strong component of the museum. But even if they haven't read the book, we have a great way to walk through talking about what we call the magic maple tree, and then the seasons that impact the syrup production, the process of tapping and then gathering, storing and pouring the syrup, making candy, and all of those things kind of flow into how that happens right here in Pennsylvania.
It's a place where literature, science, and agriculture all come together.
Miracles on Maple Hill was written published in 1956. It won the Newbery Medal in 1957. Virginia Sorensen lived in Edinburgh, and she called it our corner of Pennsylvania. I love that. And she went to a sugar house of Harvey Kreitz in Cambridge Springs, Pennsylvania, near Mount Pleasant Ski Resort. Waldo Bates, who started the art department at Edinburgh, wanted you to love Edinburgh as much as he did. And so he took visitors to that sugar house, and he took Virginia Sorensen and her family to the sugar house, and she said it was there that she saw flowers rising out of the ground and steam rising from the sugar house. She gathered sap, and the story began. We have a room called the Miracles on Maple Hill room where the seasons take on new meaning, and we interpret the entire book. We have the original cover. We have all pictures and places and artifacts from the book, from the Kreitz farm and from Northwest Pennsylvania that were in the book.
The prize artifact in this room, we don't keep it behind glass. We keep it in a little case, and whoever the docent or volunteer is who's working in this room at the time takes it out to show to the children or families who are here. And it's the actual Newbery Medal that Virginia Sorensen, the author of Miracles on Maple Hill, was given in 1957.
For Janet, this story and this tradition are both deeply personal.
We opened this museum in 2009. I've been making maple syrup my entire life, and we have invited people here on the property for 23 years on the annual Taste and Tour, which is sponsored by the Northwest Maple Producers of Northwest Pennsylvania. I grew up with maple syrup. If you grew up on a dairy farm, you generally didn't have too much to do this time of year. You can't plant crops, you can't plow the soil, you can't cultivate, and you can't spread manure in the fields, face it. So you have to find something to do, and my father made maple syrup to pay the taxes in April.
Today, that legacy is something she shares with everyone who visits.
We've made a nonprofit arm of our museum so that everyone can come here free and can read the book Miracles on Maple Hill and learn about this commodity, agricultural commodity in the United States that's in Pennsylvania.
And visitors don't just learn, they get hands-on.
You can pick up a bucket and pound a tap into a tree inside the museum to get that feeling or experience of tapping a tree. We allow kids to take a hammer and a pretend spout. We have holes pre-drilled for them. It gets a little bit loud, but they get so excited about tapping their own tree. You can put your head through the oversized wooden chain that Harry the Hermit carved. Harry was a character in the book, and he carved these large wooden chains. So we occasionally, when we're not able to find the actual artifact, we do replicate it, and an artist in Edinburgh was able to carve this chain that looks just like the one that Harry the Hermit made himself.
And it's that authentic experience that draws people in, no matter what sparks their interest.
There's a little bit of something for everybody, whether you're into nature or into farming and gardening or into literature and the art of writing. If you like science and math, there's a lot of science and math that goes into the measurements and the making of those products.
And there's plenty to explore throughout the year.
We're open until the end of May, every Sunday, 12 to 4. You can come through the museum, you can take the walking trail to the woods. We have a beautiful walking trail that explains the maple season and the process of making syrup. In the fall, we're open every Sunday in September and October.
Before you leave, you can even take a taste of the experience home with a variety of items available for purchase.
100% pure maple syrup, 100% pure maple crumb, which is made from the syrup, 100% pure maple cream, also made from the syrup, and then products that are made with those products. So barbecue sauce, mustard, caramel corn, peanuts coated with maple syrup, cotton candy. That's a favorite. The maple cotton candy is made here, and it's quite good. We sell the book, Miracles on Maple Hill, of course, and another book, Curious George Makes Maple Syrup, which is more easily understandable for small children, a cookbook about visiting the sugar house. So there are quite a few things here for almost anyone who's shopping.
It's all part of an experience that blends learning, tradition, and a little bit of fun for every generation.
Whether you're young or just young at heart, Hurry Hill Maple Farm and Museum is one of those places you can explore, taste, and enjoy something with the whole family.
To learn more, visit hurryhillfarm.org today.
Erie Retina Research is improving vision through their clinical trials and making care easier to access with their mobile transportation service.
At Erie Retina Research, patients from across the region and even the country are coming for cutting-edge eye care. Through groundbreaking clinical trials and free transportation services, the team works to remove barriers and put patients first. And their new location is helping make that vision a reality more than ever before.
It brought everything together. Rather than having the two locations and have to worry about timing of where the surgeon is, where the staff is, everybody's here under one roof in a new area. And it's a great location. It's very accessible. It's on the west side. There's free parking. There's great access. It's really easy to get in and out of compared to the downtown area.
Accessibility is a major priority, from parking to building entry.
The front is accessible by steps. There's 10 steps because I count them. And in the back, we do have wheelchair access. And there's automatic doors with push buttons on the outside and on the inside so patients can get in. You can pull right up to the ramp, wheel right in, and if the patient needs us to come out and get them in a wheelchair, we have that accessible for them as well.
And once inside, the focus is on creating a welcoming and reassuring experience for every patient.
I think the patients have a great experience here, and myself personally, I try to make sure of that because I try to make them laugh, try to make them feel comfortable, because as always, when you come to a physician's office, especially for the first time and it's unknown, you have that fear.
For many patients, healthcare costs can be overwhelming. Erie Retina Research removes that financial worry, allowing patients to focus on their care.
It's a great benefit to the patients because there is no cost for them.
Patients come from near and far, drawn by the expertise of one doctor and his dedicated team.
And they come here to Erie, PA, and the reason they come here is because Dr. Almeida and the team that's here providing the care for them.
That teamwork plays a critical role in advancing treatments.
A lot of the conditions that we do these trials for don't really have treatments that are commercially available. So with doing this clinical research, it allows patients access to treatments that otherwise they wouldn't have access to, and if it was something they would have access to, it wouldn't be for another 3 to 4 years down the line.
So what does that experience look like for patients when they arrive?
The first thing that happens is you usually go through the clinic, which means you'll come in, you'll get some OCT testing, some optos, it's special pictures of the eyes. You'll meet one of the scribes and they'll basically do a history on you. And then Dr. Almeida will come in. And you see in each room we have 55-inch screens, so all the pictures and everything we take come up on the screens.
If there is a need for research, a second appointment will be scheduled. Dr. Almeida and a research coordinator will go over the entire program and answer all of your questions.
You can say yes or you can say no. It's your choice. Nobody is made or forced into anything.
And while Erie Retina Research might be known for their clinical trials, that's not all they do there.
A lot of people think Dr. Almeida is just research. He is not. We'll see patients for glaucoma. We'll see macular degeneration. We'll see diabetic retinopathy. We'll see any eye disease that someone has, and he will evaluate them. And if we can't do something here, we'll make sure they get to where they need to be.
Getting care starts with just one simple step.
I would say call the office. As you know, everything's free. Come in for an exam, get your eyes checked.
For many patients, transportation can be a major barrier, but not here. Erie Retina Research has introduced a safe and reliable mobile transportation service.
What this van does is allows us to say, we have all this availability, what works for you. You don't have to worry about calling a family member, a friend to drive you back and forth. Everything's covered by us.
We give them a time we're there. We'll walk them to the door. I'll meet them at the door and walk them into the van because, as you know, most of our patients, have difficulty with their vision. So we want to keep them safe, and that's why we do it.
Transportation becomes even more important as vision loss progresses.
A lot of patients that are losing visual acuity, typically they end up losing their license as a result, so they don't really have a way to get back and forth. Even for patients that do have vision, some of the trials require injections directly into the eye. They're not able to drive afterwards. That's where having something that's able to take patients back and forth at no charge to the patient is just perfect for what we do.
Through innovative research, free transportation, and compassionate care, Erie Retina Research is helping patients see a clearer future, no matter where they are coming from.
All right, it's game on. We're teaming up with the Community Blood Bank for the Battle of the Broadcasters. It's a friendly competition to see which station can bring in the most blood donations. Donate blood during the month of May and tell them you're supporting Jet 24. Takes less than an hour, and one donation can help many people right here in our community. So roll up your sleeve, save some lives, and help us keep the lead.
From supporting local to celebrating community, these are the people and the places helping make our community shine. Thanks for spending time with us. I'm Tia Porter, and we'll see you next time on Our Erie.
Thank you.